Hi friends, today I'm going to be making an easier, quicker chicken pot pie. I say easier and quicker because I'm using 3 ingredients that make your life easier to have a nice hearty chicken pot pie. First ingredient is rotisserie chicken. It's already cooked. Just grab it in the store and it's hot and fresh. Store-bought pie crust and frozen peas and carrots. This one's already open. I use it for fried rice. In addition to the peas and carrots, I'm going to chop up small onion, dice it up. I'm also going to be using my homemade chicken broth. You can absolutely use store-bought for this. I just happen to have some in my freezer because I made some a couple weeks ago. We're going to need a little bit of flour, some thyme, salt and pepper. Yeah. Okay, to a hot pan, I'm going to add my onions and let them cook for just a minute. That might be a little hot. Then I'm going to add my frozen peas and carrots. Probably about a cup of them. Let's see how much I want to put in. About a half a cup, 3/4 of a cup. Them all cook down and get soft and fragrant. The onions have cooked down a little bit. The frozen peas and carrots are defrosted. I'm going to add some pepper to the pot. Maybe about a half a teaspoon. A little bit of salt. Probably about the same, half a teaspoon. You can salt it and pepper it later on when you go to check the seasonings. Some dried thyme. I'm going to do about a teaspoon. And of course, garlic powder, because I didn't use any fresh garlic. Let that get fragrant for a minute. And then we're going to add about a half a cup of flour. This is going to help get the sauce nice and thick and creamy. I might need a little more grease to cook it. So I'm going to put my oil of choice. I always cook with avocado oil just to cook the flour. I should have that oil in there first. So we're going to let it cook for a minute until the flour's cooked out and you can't taste the flour anymore. Keep stirring it so it doesn't burn. Okay, this pan is hot, y'all. I needed an oven mitt. You want to cook it till the flour is like a golden brown. That's how you know the flour taste will be cooked out. Once we have that cooked down a little bit, I'm going to add 2 cups of chicken broth. I think 2 cups is about one of those curtains. I'm going to stir it in slowly so the flour doesn't clump up. Then a little at a time. Break down that flour. Okay. Good. Add the rest of it. I'm going to keep stirring it so you can get all the clumps of flour. I'm going to let this cook for a few minutes so that the onions are nice and soft. Then I'm going to check the seasoning, probably add some more salt and pepper because I didn't add that much. And then add some cream to make it nice and creamy. Okay, let that bubble for a few minutes. Okay, so I've tasted it. Definitely needs more salt. I do not salt my chicken broth when I'm making it. The store-bought stuff will be a little bit more salty unless you get 0 sodium. So I added about another teaspoon of salt. Definitely check it at this point. Now I'm going to add about a cup of half and half. You could use milk. You could use heavy cream. If you're using heavy cream, I might add a little bit of water to it because it might make it too creamy. I don't know if that's such a thing, but it could. As you can see, it's already really creamy from the flour, and it's nice and thickened up. I always heat up my milk if I'm adding it to something because I have a problem curdling things. So I'm going to slowly add this heather cream. I heated it up for like 30 seconds. My pot is spinning. Not the best pot to use for this. So we'll add that in there. Now it's going to be extra, extra creamy. Adjust your seasonings at this point if you need more thyme, more garlic powder. You could even add corn to this. I usually add celery, but I didn't buy it. So we're going with onions, peas, and carrots. Okay, at this point, I'm going to add our rotisserie chicken and just let it heat through and mix it in. And then we're going to turn it off the heat and get our pie crust prepped. We want to let it cool down a little bit before we put it in the pie crust. While I'm waiting for the mixture that goes inside the chicken pot pie to cool, I'm going to put my pie crust into my pie dish. So I'm going to take one of them and just put it in there. The directions say to like roll it out or something. I'm not doing that, okay? I never roll it out. It looks just fine. Oh, also, I have the oven preheating to 400 degrees. Once this is in there cooking, it'll be cooked for about 40, 50 minutes till the top is golden brown. That's how you know the pie crust will be cooked. Okay, so I'm just gonna place this in here, get it all to the edges. This is a pretty deep one. This thing's deep. Don't mind my child running by. She wants to play. Yes. Okay. I'll make it more pretty when I put the top on. You want it kind of even so you have, when you put the top on, you can pinch it together. Okay, the oven's almost preheated and the chicken mixture is cooled enough. So I'm gonna pour it on top into the pie crust. Should fit. Oh yeah, that's all will fit. Perfect amount. Just gonna get all the good bits. So I have plenty of space in here. Came out so thick and creamy. It's going to be delicious. Okay, so now our second pie crust. We are going to place it on top. You could even do this with puff pastry on the top. That would be delightful. I have thought I was going to do that, but I changed my mind last minute. So place it on top. We're going to kind of pinch the edges around. Can you see that? There we go. Pinch it around, kind of like tuck it into the bottom layer. That's how I do it. I'm not much of like a pie baker, so mine never look pretty. They just taste good. So I'm going to go all the way around. Tuck it in, tuck it in. Okay. Now, kind of pinch it together. Pinch, 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 pinch. You could even take a fork at this point and just go around the edges. I have it all tucked in, so it's going to stick together as long as I pinch it. See, like I said, not the most aesthetically pleasing, but that's okay. Well, that's okay with me. Okay, now that I have all the sides pinched, I'm going to take a little knife, just do some vent holes to let the steam release while it's cooking. That's it, just a few. Okay, I'm going to crack an egg. We're going to put a little egg wash on top so it's nice and shiny and golden brown. Scramble it up. Okay. And then I'm just going to brush the entire top of it with this egg wash. Okay, now we have a nice glossy coat of eggs on top, and we're going to put it in a 400-degree oven for about 40 to 50 minutes until the top is nice and golden brown.